okay? If
Yeah,
any.
yeah, go for it.
All right, hey, this is Tom at Nightingale Games, and we are live on YouTube instead of Twitch. There was a little bit of lag with Twitch. We'll see if the same happens for YouTube. It's 4/20/2020 today, and it's not quite 4:20 though. It's only 3 p.m. on Eastern. We're playing a global game, Tom versus Randy. This is the beginning of the 5th round. We've done our income, and we're about to announce our moves. Randy's just checking some stuff, and I'm going to babble on about what's happened so far since we're switching channels. There might be a few more people paying attention on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. So just shout out in the chat channel if we're too quiet or there's too much lag or anything like that. I'm going to mostly stick with this camera angle instead of switching between the overhead and the angled views because I don't know how to use YouTube Studio as well as the Twitch Studio, which allowed for switching between multiple cameras. So but anyway, onto the game. You can't quite see as much. Oh, it's backwards. How did that happen? Well, let's see if I can fix that. Huh. It's like it's left and right is reversed. I flipped it in Twitch, and maybe that's causing problems. So I didn't realize that until now. Sorry about that. It's very weird looking at the world backwards. Let's see if I can do something. Yeah, I'm just checking a little camera problem that my left and right is reversed. So I'm just going to see if I can fix that really quick. Sorry about that. This is the first time I'm using YouTube Live, so I guess let's see. There's no way to control it. Okay, well, let's continue on and just watch this in a mirror. I'm gonna see if I can fix this for next time. I don't want to do a live debugging of a camera. Let's see. I'm gonna try one more thing. Well, go ahead and chat if you know an easy solution to flip your left and right.
You doing to me, Tom?
No, just the people watching. If anybody knows how to flip left and right on YouTube, let me know. Otherwise, I'll have to go in and do some debugging. But anyway, I see some more people have joined, and we've got huge stacks in the Pacific here, building up, and down off Australia. Let's just turn this a little. You can see Japan and the US they've been avoiding each other. So they've just been building and building their ships and amassing for the great battle. We shall see if they miss each other in the night for round 5 or not. You can see that Japan has taken over everything in China except for Xinjiang, and the Chinese have fled into Russia. In fact, they're all the way over in the Caucasus here. And I'm just gonna mute you temporarily, Randy. Oh no, that's muting myself. And then over in the European front, there's been a bit of back and forth. Currently, Germany pushed all the way into the Caucasus, and then now the current state is that Russia controls the Ukraine and Belarus. The U.S. has sent and British have sent reinforcements to the north, so they've retaken Karelia and Archangel. The U.S. have also flown in from the west coast this giant stack of air in Moscow, which is frightening. Meanwhile, in the waters out here, there hasn't been any confrontation again, and so Italy's been building carriers and battleships, which is kind of exciting. The Germany has pushed up into A3 to prevent further movement, presumably. Otherwise, I feel like something's going to happen here. Bombing runs on Great Britain have been lackluster. There's been a couple bombing runs on Germany, which have been a little bit more effective. You can see what's under construction this round in Italy, just out of bombing range from Great Britain, some more land units. So let's get into it and announce our bids for round 5. All right.
All right, bids for round 5. And so I did bid with everything. So I did 2 with the British.
Okay, I'm just gonna track.
And 2 with the Americans.
I'm gonna track this down right now. 2 for the British goes from 7 to 5. 2 for the Americans, 8 to 6. And what did you say the Russians did? 1. From 10 to 9.
Yes.
Were there any other mix-ups as far as our resources go? Are we in sync?
I had a variance with the English. I had 1 less oil and 1 more OSR, but I think you're probably generally better at accounting than I am, so I don't know.
Well, you
oil got messed up.
reclaimed. You have Egypt, so you got Egypt back. Did you get?
Did I count that? I do not see Egypt. That's the one. That was Italy, right? There you go. That's the reconciliation right there. Good. All right.
So, yeah. All right. So that's your bids. I tracked them down 2, 2, and 1, and Italy bid 0, and Japan bid 1, and I'm just tracking this down on the boards. Japan bid 1, and Germany bid 3.
All right, so Japan is down to 6.
Japan's down
and Germany is down to 2.
Yes, and Italy is at 3.
All right, cool.
Okay, so that's weird. Germany won the bid.
Well, did I have a 3?
Oh, did you? I thought you had 2, 2, 1.
I had a 2, a 1, and a 2. That's correct. Germany won the bid.
Okay, so Germany will go first. And then it's the U.S. and British. Do you have any preference?
No. Yeah, you can. This just next in order, Britain, and then America.
Okay. And then I believe it was 1 and 1, the Soviets and the Japanese.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a toss up here. The closest to India is how I've been doing it. India capital. Looks like this one, Japan. And Japan doesn't really matter as far as Russia goes. No, China's left. Japan will go last.
All right.
And do you want Russia to go next?
Yep.
Okay. And then Italy and China. Italy is next, so they will go next to last, and China is. So the order is Germany, the British Commonwealth, the United States, the Soviet Union, China, Italy, Japan. Got it? Are you all set, Randy?
I am all set.
Okay. So, Germany's moves. It's weird going first. This is the first round where it's bizarre that Germany's moving first. I don't know if this is good or bad, but it's a little scary.
Are you under Nightingale Games or are you under War Room?
For what?
Your channel.
It should be Nightingale Games.
Yeah, I was feeling good.
Are you trying to find the YouTube video?
Yep, that's right.
There's a link in the chat on the comments on the Facebook group.
Okay.
So
it's all good. Yep. All right, here we go.
Let's see what terrible mistakes I made. I didn't scour this as thoroughly as some of the previous rounds.
Okay. There we go. Scour this as thoroughly as some of the previous rounds.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. There we go.
All right.
We're in.
Okay. I don't know what that was.
We're not blind. We're usually blind, but we're not blind today.
Well, we'll just pretend that we're, it's the 1940s and communication isn't always the best. So the fourth, let's see what mistakes I made. The fourth goes to A5. So there's a carrier in A15 that was just built, which goes to A5.
Where the heck is A5?
It is the Black Sea. I mean the Baltic Sea. My bad, not the Black Sea.
Oh, okay. Okay, the fourth is going into A5. Okay.
Yep. And the third is going to A13. So where is that? Where is the third? The third?
The third. So you have to leave one behind.
Oh, right. They're pinned.
Yep.
The third goes to the new one. The second stays behind, rather.
Sounds good.
In A10. And can the folks even see that? It's backwards, so yeah, it's just in view. So A13, I'll put a hotspot down there. Boom. And the 33rd goes to R4. The 33rd from the Baltic states moves into Leningrad.
Sure.
And the 61st, which is in Poland, moves to not the Ukraine, to Belarus.
Belarus, okay.
And the 56th, where's the 56th? The 56th in Norway.
Yes, 56 is in France.
Oh, in France. My bad. The 56 in France goes to what's it? G5.
G5. Okay. All right.
And by rail, and the 38th. The 38th. Let's see if I can find the 38th. The 38th. Where are you?
It's down in Romania.
Oh, right, the original. Yeah. Okay, they go into the Ukraine.
Yes.
Okay. Then the 49th down in Africa, the Horn of Africa. Oops. Let's move the camera out a bit so you can see that. The 49th in B8 goes to B8. From
Say that one more time.
the 49th from B7 goes to B8.
B8, yes, of course.
The 59th goes to T5. It's from Tunisia to Libya.
Yeah.
And the 40th goes to R3.
40th goes to R3.
To Karelia. Leaving the 33rd is pinned by the 34th and 23rd. So leaving the 40th to go to R3.
R3, okay. The 40th.
Yeah.
R3, okay, good.
That is it.
Wow, okay. Okay.
Are we still live?
Sorry?
Just checking to see if we were still live.
Hotspots galore.
Yeah, I haven't put any down, but I guess I will. I'll put some down now. Can flip these embattled ones to hotspots. One in the Ukraine. Some down in Africa. Oh wait, there's not. There's going to be, I bet. Yeah. So what does the British? What do the British do?
Okay, the British. All right. The third fleet of M5 or M5 goes to M2.
Right. I figured they would do that, but there's nothing I can do. So, okay.
The sixth fleet goes to A3.
Okay. All right. Big battle.
Naval battle.
Yeah. Woo. Finally.
The 47th out of Egypt goes to Libya.
Yes, I saw that coming. Okay. Battle in Libya.
The 96th goes to the Middle East out of Egypt.
I don't see the 96th. So did you split the 47th?
That was a created unit that I sent you a picture of. So the 47th contains 2 tanks, 2 artillery, and 1 infantry.
Okay. And the 96th contains 1 infantry?
And 1 artillery.
Okay. I'm just doing that now. And, sorry, so they move into where? The Middle East?
Yes.
Leaving nothing in Egypt?
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I could have entered Egypt. That's so sad. Maybe you moved the Russians in. I don't know.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think if I'm going to cancel that order because I did move the Russians to the other place. So you're probably moving 111 into Middle East. I think if I roll, I do 2. Yeah, planes up 10. So I think, no, I'm going to leave that as is.
Okay.
Okay, the 45th moves into R4.
The 45th. It can't because it's pinned.
The 45th out of Karelia?
It's pinned by my 40th.
Where's the 40th? Oh, you moved into R3. Sorry, I thought you moved into R4. Okay, good pinned. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
I'll just double check that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll write that down to cancels. The 75th, down in Africa, moves into B8.
B8. Okay.
And that's a full stack there. Everything down there is in that.
Okay.
The 88th in Southeast Asia moves into Malaya.
Malaya. Okay. Interesting.
The 96th. Sorry, where did I put that one? The 96th goes to B16. No, I already did that one. The 14th goes to A3. It's a tiny little fighter off of England.
Okay.
And the 60th, I'm sorry, the 80th goes to B23. B23.
Where's the 80th?
I thought I changed that to B24. Okay. That's down at B22.
Oh, right. Australia. Where are they going?
Yep. The B23, which is the South Australia.
Okay.
I changed that to a assault. But I'm reading my thing, and apparently I didn't. I got it over in my alternative notes, but final copy says B23.
All right. I don't even remember what I did, so I can't be happy or sad. I'm just showing that.
I think that's it. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that's it.
So the 60th didn't move?
The 60th did not move. That was a mistake.
Okay. All right. So interesting. The 6th, you still have the 1st, which is a battleship and a cruiser in A7. Is that correct? Oh, those are the Americans.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right. So go ahead. Well, speaking of the U.S., let's go ahead and do those.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Number 2, the 2nd fleet in P2 is moving to P3. Run away!
What? I can't believe that. Oh my. That is quite shocking.
I love when my enemies say I can't believe it. Delightful. Okay, so
look, the Americans are going back home. Okay.
They are turning for home. They need some reinforcements. You got 2 big decks, man. So you got 3 planes. And and I have. I'm just trying. The next move is the 13th to P2 to cover my retreat.
Wow.
And I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to do that, and I think I am actually going to do that.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're going to bring in those 4 subs, bomber, plane, and 3 carrier fighters, which means that I can muster 5 aircraft to about 5 aircraft, and you'll have, I'll do that. Yep, we're going to do that.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Do I need to do that? You know what? I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to cancel that order.
Okay. The 13th stays in Kamchatsky.
Yes, it does. And I'm pretty sure you're coming after. Yeah.
I've got my poker face on. Yeah, you can't. I have my poker face.
Okay, the 14th United States is going to A3.
The 14th.
Out of England.
The 14th, the bombers. Okay. They're going to. Oh, that's not good. Well, all right. Maybe I'll take them out. Who knows? Seems unlikely, but okay. So big battle in A3.
Yes. The 17th is going to R4 out of Russia, Moscow.
Okay, R4 is Leningrad. Thank God I got out of there for the most part. Okay.
Okay.
My poor little 18th fighter.
The 27th is going to B1. That's in A7.
Okay. They're
I'm trying to figure out how to cancel that.
okay.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're worried about the Italians. That's hilarious. I was like, what are you worried about? And I was like, oh, the Italians. So the Italian fleet of.
Wow, that's a question. That's a good question here. I think your Italian fleet has got to go back in. So I think we've got enough air power in A3. So I am going to cancel that order.
Okay.
And leave them the water.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you, when you don't go first, it's all up in the air. Sometimes half your moves change. All right, the 51st was going to go into Leningrad, and they still are going to go into Leningrad.
All right.
The 51st out of Archangel.
It's getting crowded in there.
It is.
What's next?
All right, then the 50th. This is the brazen one. The 50th out of Canada is going to A3.
Okay.
So I am going to win the battle.
Well, I don't think that's too brazen, considering your battleships are there.
Oh, don't take away my brazenness. Okay, the 69th is going to A16.
Yeah, you're pinned.
And the first was going to go to A3, and I'm going to cancel that order too. Wow. Man.
Okay.
I should have been to go first this year. And I knew it wouldn't be much. Dang.
Yeah.
I just literally 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. Cancel.
I'm surprised I won the bid. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't actually think you were going to go that high. So, good use of the bid.
What's next? Is that it for the?
Is it Japan next?
No, the Russians. Japan's.
The Russians. All right. That is left of the Russians goes now. Okay, here we go. 1 was going to go to A3, and I will cancel. I will cancel that.
What do you mean 1? Oh, the first. Oh, okay, got it.
The 57th in the Med is going to go to B16.
Okay,
Back up friendly territory.
got it.
I was going to send them into Libya, and then I remembered that you could just kill whoever you wanted to, which you'd want to kill that guy, so Russia wouldn't have the permanent hit. So the 14th Air Group is going to T5. The 14th out of French Equatorial Africa
Okay,
is going to Libya.
all right.
The 11th is going to B18 India.
Okay,
That's the Russian fighters out of Iran.
got it.
The 74th is going into R4.
The 74th in Moscow is.
Going to Bryansk. Yep.
How's it doing that?
Just, it was in Moscow and it's walking one step ahead.
Moscow isn't connected to R4.
No, it's not R4. It's Bryansk.
Okay.
It's R5.
Okay. So 74th.
As well as that, both of the Russian units in Leningrad, the 34th and the 23rd, are going into R5.
R5. They're backing up into R5. Okay.
That's correct.
That is weird, but it's not what I
So,
expect.
if you'd like to know the strategic reason, I'm trying to cover Caucasus next turn. So I have enough troops in there so I can smoke your force when you go in with my Air Force. If you want to know the whole truth.
Okay, I thought you were just trying to sneak into Finland or something.
I did think about that, but I assumed actually that you were going to push into the 55th. So
Yeah.
I thought about being bold, and then I thought, well, I need a reactionary force so you don't get ahead in the oil game.
Well, that's why I moved my carrier in to take out any deadly forces.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, that's it.
okay, that's Russia doesn't have a lot of forces. China. What is China doing?
China.
China here in the 101st
China is
and the 100th.
China. The 101st is going to walk to R8.
To Kazakh. Okay, from East Kazakh to Kazakh. Very good.
So you got.
All right, noted.
So you got.
What's the 100th doing?
The 100th is going into R5.
R5. Bryansk. Okay, you've got Chinese in Bryansk. That sounds like a song.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good song or bad song, but so that's it for China. Next up is the Italians. So here we go. Who knew that the Italians would be so interesting this game? The 111th, which is in the water and in the M3, goes to, can you guess? T5.
T16.
No, T5.
Oh, T5. Okay.
I thought you, just in case you stopped in M3, I wouldn't be able to go anywhere except my own territories.
Oh.
You would pin me. I wouldn't be able to land. So
Right.
I could only go back to a territory I control.
Gotcha.
Plus, will be needed in T5. 112.
Yes.
112 goes to A19. So I'm bypassing, giving up on those.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that.
Giving up on Cameroon and all that good stuff. The 11th to B8. So that's my fighter and bomber going into the battle in B8.
Yes.
The 12th, where's the 12th? The 12th goes to T5. The two fighters in the Balkans join the fray in T5.
All right.
And the 4th, which is the fleet in the Atlantic, goes to A5.
Oh, wow.
Do I want to cancel that? Are there any enemies within range of A5? Oh, yes, there are. There's the Leningrad. Yeah, so we'll continue on to A5.
Okay.
And the first goes to A3. Now, do I want to cancel that? I'm going to say no. Well, you do have some bombers there, but the Italians can stomach some fighting, so they're going to head into A3.
All right.
We'll see what happens. All right, that's it. They only get 6 orders. Next up is Japan. Save the best for last, which actually isn't that exciting because there's no giant naval battle because somebody ran away. The third goes to P12. So where's the third? Third is the giant stack in P18, one of them, and it goes to P12. And
it goes to
12. P12, yeah. And just to make sure, it's composed of 3 battleships, 3 cruisers, a sub, and a carrier.
Yes.
Okay.
12. Okay.
P12, yes. I couldn't reach P2 from P18. So next up, the 9th goes to P11. So the 9th? Oh, those are my subs. The subs.
P11.
P11, yeah. They are going to do I want to pin myself intentionally? Sure, why not? Is that dumb? No, because I don't want a sub sitting around. I'm going to go through P2 and pin myself with the others continuing on. So that means I need another. I'm going to grab the second. The second stays behind in P2 while the 9th continues on to P11. You still have those guys there floating, right? The 31st?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what? You could send your air in and just take me out. That's not good. I changed my mind. Sitting ducks. You stupid carriers. Is it worth it? I'm gonna push them all into P11 just to take out those land units, I think. Oh, it's only a. Yeah. They're all going to P11.
Okay.
My bad. That's a difficult decision. The 30th goes to C5. So those are the guys in C4 moving into Xinjiang.
Let's see. The guys in P4.
C4. In
P4.
Singhai moved to.
Okay, yeah, C5.
Yeah, so there's 3 infantry, artillery, and armor in that stack.
All right.
The 13th Air Group out of Chikian Guangdong, off the east coast of China, moves to J7.
Okay, where was that? One more time.
The 13th from East China, Chikian, goes to Thailand. My fighter group.
How many do you have in there?
5.
5. Okay. Okay, I see it. Goes to Thailand. Yes. Okay.
The 24th goes to, where's the 24th? The 24th goes to B21. Out of P. In P17, he lands in Western Australia.
Okay. So what was that? I actually don't have my board. So that was 24, B24, or the 24th.
The 24th is a single infantry, which split off of the 77th a long time ago. So there's a single infantry in B21 with a hotspot. And the 4th goes to P12, which is the fleet in P14, joins the 3rd in P12.
Okay.
And the 65th in C2 goes to Indochina.
Yes.
And the 85th had orders to go to J7, but it's pinned, so it can't. And the 89th, what the heck?
For Okinawa?
Oh yeah, Okinawa. They go to P19. Yeah, that's a weird move, but they're going to P19. Boink, boink.
All
right. That's it for orders. Let's do our carrier launches now. In order. So Germany has a carrier in the Baltic. It will launch to Leningrad, as that's the only worthwhile place to launch to. That's its only carrier. Next up are the British and the Americans.
The British. Okay, so the British are launching a carrier.
Into T5.
Yes. T5.
Okay. All right. And are there any in the big stack of six? No. They're only battleships. Is that the British's only carrier? Yeah.
Maybe you should amend that in the next edition.
Nah. I'm sure Larry did it for a reason. So.
Yes, but Larry's not here right now, is he? Okay. My 2 fighters out of the seconds in P3 are going to launch to P11.
As suspected, yes. But let's see if I can survive at least. That's a big sacrifice of subs just to take out a couple dinky land troops. It's probably a mistake, but whatever. I can launch one of my carriers. Okay, and what about... Is that it? Do you have any other guys?
That's it, I think.
Wow. Okay, well, let's do the Italians. They have a carrier they will launch to We were going to go to T5, but it would be awfully. Oh no, they'll get shot down before. He's going to T5. The one in the med, and Italy's second carrier is going to R4. I can't.
All right.
That's so much fun to say. Italy's second carrier. Then the Japanese. I'm running out of carrier fighter tokens here. The Japanese have 3 in the first, which will all go to B-23.
Okay.
And because there's nothing else worth doing, and because the 12th didn't move, your British fighters there.
They did not.
And my third will go to P2. The one in P12 will launch to take out your subs like you're doing to me.
Okay.
And I believe that's it. So I'm just gonna check for more hotspots. Looks like P18 will be able to do a convoy raid off Eastern Australia.
B18?
In P18, yes.
No kidding.
There's a convoy raid in P18.
Oh, is that a blue number 1 down there?
In P18, there's a blue and yellow convoy.
Does he make yellow out of there?
Yeah. Oh, I own it. Never mind. That's silly. I can't read.
About that.
Yeah. All right. My bad.
You can do it if you wanted to.
No. That was silly. I have a convoy. There's a battle in N2, so you can't raid there. And we have a battle. There's a. Oh, I forgot to put a hotspot in A10. And am I missing any other hotspots? I don't think so. I should have moved the 113th. I didn't have enough moves. I should have moved into B9. So sad. All right. So it's we can.
Hey, Tom, before we get started, can we review the stress and metals or civilian goods?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm going to pull the camera over to take a look at that. And Japan built 1 civilian good, so it's adding that to its stack of 7. So it now has 8.
Okay.
And it looks like the Russians built 3 civilian goods. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So now they have 5 total. China has none. Britain has 1 medal. The U.S. has 1 civilian good. Germany has 1, and Italy has 4 medals.
You said Germany has how many?
1. 1
civilian good?
No, 1 medal. Doesn't.
1 medal. Okay.
It's
and Italy has 1?
No, Italy has 4 medals.
4. Okay. All right. And
As far as stress go, China has 2. British Commonwealth has 5. The Soviets are blank, having just popped. The U.S. has 1. Germany has 5, just about to pop again. And Italy has 3, and Japan has 3. And we're playing with an optional rule where soon to be official, I hope, where you, at the end of the morale phase, you must discard down to your threshold if you have an excess of metals and civilian goods. So you can't stockpile metals and civilian goods more than your threshold at the end of the morale phase.
And you're at 8 with Japan, is that correct?
Yes. So I will have to use one of those this turn, or it will be lost.
Good. Okay. Sounds good.
I don't think that's going to be a problem because I have three already in. So we're not going to finish everything, all these hotspots all over the board here. Plus, it's backwards. So we can do a quick, I think we should do what we did last time, except not do all the battles. We'll just do a few quick ones and then continue another day. So let's start with some garrisons in various places, like
All right.
are there any? Well, there's one in Western Australia. I guess Germany will pick the to kill off the guys in A13, the 69th.
Okay. Say that one more time.
The Germans are going to take out the 69th in A13.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm just transferring those guys to the stress board, the morale board. There is an armor, an artillery, and 2 infantry. That is very satisfying. And then the British and the Americans, do you see any quickies for them?
There's C5 for Operation Americans. So British is B21 is a.
All right, let's do that. Go ahead and roll your garrison. You might kill off the 24th.
All right, rolling 2 dice. It's a blue and a white.
Okay, so they survive. Hooray! That means I'm going to transfer Western Australia to the Japanese and give the Japanese a medal and give a stress to the British.
Yes.
And put a flag down in Western Australia. Okay. We still cooking live? Yep. Okay. So next up is see if we have any other freebies. And you mentioned China, Xinjiang. So go ahead and roll for that. The garrison roll right here.
Here we go. So yellow and a white.
Yellow and a white. I don't think a white does it. Sorry. Has to be black.
No, really?
I can double check that, but I'm almost certain. So that will be another flag for Japan. And that means no more production for China, but they're still alive because they've got units in Moscow. Oh no, Bryansk, not Moscow, heading to Moscow. That's another medal. Moving the card over to Japan. Precious, precious iron. Let's see now. Let's. Why don't your fighters take a pot shot at the 9th off Wake Island with 6.
My players take a butt shot at the subs.
Yeah, so 6 dice.
6 dice. All right, so I got 1 yellow, 2 blues, 1 green, 1 white, and 1 red.
So you don't have force advantage. So the white doesn't count. But
right. So I hit nothing.
I thought you got multiple yellows.
I got 1 yellow.
Oh, okay. Well, that was lucky. Well, in that case, the 31st is dead.
Yes.
I am moving them to the American casualty list, and I'm taking the planes off. Then I'll go ahead and roll 3 dice for P2.
Yep.
I didn't even put a hotspot there, so let's swivel the camera around a little bit. 3 dice. Blue, blue, yellow. So that does nothing.
Yay!
Our,
A break for the good guys.
there must have been a storm because none of the fighters were able to hit their mark. You dove, but that's irrelevant, and as did I. So that's some quick battles there. I've got a. Let's do South Australia. You have rolled 2 dice against my 3 carrier fighters there.
That ran away from me. Yellow and a blue.
Yellow and a blue. That does nothing. You're looking for greens. So I'm rolling 9 dice against your ground forces there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got 5 yellow hits and 2 blue hits and a black. The black is irrelevant, but I think you're dead. That's enough to kill everything there. That was a good roll. So those are British. No, those were British? Yes.
They were.
So moving those guys to the board. And these guys can leave. So I did not take that because I had no ground forces. But they are dead, which is happy day. Australia's looking good. Let's see now. What other quick battles can we do? That's a major battle. Major battle. Let's do the quick battle in Eastern U.S. The battleship versus the sub.
Okay.
What stance are you going to take?
Whichever one gives me the most. Yes, offensive.
Okay. But I could kill you, theoretically. Oh, no, I can't. Both stances require 3 hits, so the best I can do is wound you. So you're rolling 4 dice, and I'm rolling 2.
Yes.
All right, I missed. I rolled 2 yellows.
Shucks. 2 blues, a green, and a red.
Okay, so nothing happens. All right.
Nothing happens.
That is that's another little small battle. Working our way up to the big battles. Let's do Malaya. Maybe that'll turn out good for you. Malaya, we have to pick stances though. So
I am going to do. You can get 4 hits, so and you have force advantage, don't you? I think I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to go all offensive. No, I'm going to go 2 offensive and 1 defensive.
Okay.
So 5 to.
I'm just going to go ahead and move them to the board. 2 offensive and 1 defensive. And then I'm going offensive. And obviously ground. So I'll be rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
And we can roll at the same time. Okay, that's weird. And not helpful at all. I rolled a yellow, 2 whites, and a red. So I only kill. Oh no, I could kill. What good does that do? I can only kill 1 regardless.
And I rolled 2 yellows, 2 greens, and a black. So I only killed 1 guy.
You killed the infantry. Okay. Okay, so the Japanese infantry and 1 British infantry are killed, but otherwise it's embattled. So I'm putting that back, flipping the marker, and oh no, I lost my command. Was I the 85th? Do you know if I was the 85th?
The 85th. Yeah, you were the 85th.
Okay. All right. So Malaya is embattled. I'm going to flip the card, otherwise I'll forget. To the embattled side, Malaya is flipping its card to the embattled side for reduced income. Okay, unless you see another little small battle, that's probably it for now. We could do Karelia, I suppose, but do you see any other little small battles?
No, I don't.
Do you want to do Karelia?
Sure.
All right, let's do that. Okay. Karelia. You've got 1 of each.
Yeah.
And so you have force advantage. And I've got 3 armor and artillery. My armor is all going defensive, and my artillery is going ground.
My infantry are going offensive, ground, and let's see here. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8. And I've got force advantage. That means you don't shoot 2 greens, but you could pretty easily do it. So I'm going to go defensive with the tanks, ground, and offensive with the net.
Okay.
So I get 2, 4, and 6 dice.
6.
You get 8.
8. So I'm rolling my 8 now. I got 3 yellows, 3 blues, a black, and a white. So your armor is in the white. Good thing you picked the defensive. Otherwise, I would have taken it. I probably should have been more aggressive. I guess it depends what you roll.
All right. 4 yellows, a white, and a red.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I'm glad we're stopping today. I can't hit a thing.
Okay. That was shocking. So I'm moving those guys back and flipping it to the embattled side and flipping the card, otherwise we'll forget. Karelia is embattled. I should have taken it. I should have been more aggressive. That was dumb. But I'm not complaining. Not complaining. Where's Karelia? Karelia is flipping. I also would have been crying if I lost a tank there. So it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way. So we've got, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hotspots left. Does that measure?
I see 7.
Where's, I think.
Ukraine is a constable battle. I guess the small one we can do right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the 7th? I see one in Africa, T5, the Med, Ukraine, Belarus, and Leningrad, and at A3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 7.
M3, Belarus, Ukraine, Libya, and Africa.
Yeah, I do have 7. Your giant stack of American fighters was blocking a hotspot. So, and Thailand is, I can't do anything in Thailand because you're not there. So,
did we throw Thailand?
There's no battle. I guess we could do the Ukraine if you want, but if you don't, that's fine. So.
No, as much as possible, sure.
So I gotta do my air. I've got 4 dice against your planes, right?
No, there's no planes in Ukraine.
No, the Americans.
What do you see?
I see the 12th in Ukraine.
The 12th. What is the 12th?
The 12th Air Group of the U.S.
I think that dissolved into the 17th.
So how many are in the 17th?
Oh, yeah, there's a bit. There's 5 fighters and 2 bombers.
Yeah, that's what I see. Okay. So the 12th is not there.
What's in the 12th, by the way?
4 fighters. In terms of, yeah, we can do the Ukraine since that's just a garrison, then.
Yeah. I rolled 2 whites.
So that's nothing. Okay, well, that's a big deal. Wow. That means Germany gets a medal, and the Russians take 4 stress.
Yes.
Wow. That back and forth is painful. And I'm removing the flag marker and exchanging the card. That is a big deal. Whoops. Oh, the Ukraine goes back to Germany. Okay. Wow. I guess anything else that happens doesn't matter to me anymore. So that was great. Well, I guess T5 is a big deal. As long as I hit something in A3. Okay, let's stop. So,
okay.
And this last time we just kept going and going. I'll try to fix the camera that's flipped, and I'll see if YouTube drop frames less. So we'll continue this. I'll post on the Facebook group when it will continue, whether it's tomorrow or the next day. But otherwise, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for joining. Seems like we had a couple more viewers this time. I appreciate your patience while we sort things out technically and experiment with various various platforms, venues, shall we say, Twitch or YouTube. So that's it. Middle of round 5. We'll continue with battles on another day. Thanks. I'm going to end the stream.
Okay.
Thanks for commenting, only hot dog. All right.